So today we coming to you with our very first podcast. Auto Glass Tech Talk is coming to you via podcast, video. We're going to try to share the word, spread the word of auto glass all around the world. Regardless of what you use, this is all about auto glass technicians. We really, truly are one fam. When that hashtag was created, it was one fam because we all got the same hustle of trying to make money, trying to make the industry better and trying to do better because knowledge is power. So the whole goal is to share knowledge and actually help others and actually answer your questions and share information so everyone knows better, because if you know better, you do better. So with all that said, let's get it rolling with the first episode. We got Jeff on and we got Drift on. So Jeff, how you holding up in Arizona, man?
Cool, man. Cool. Working a couple days a week. That's it. The weather's good, but my family's safe. And fortunately, I don't need to do a whole lot with my low overhead. So we're hanging in there.
Well, that's what's up. And Drift, how you holding up out in Cali, man?
Oh, we're doing good, man. Just still working away. You know, added our new venture of these sneeze breathing guards on. So it's kind of filling our voids.
All right. Well, that's what's up. So this leads me into the first question, and I'm finna read this question straight from Mark Delia. And if I say last name wrong, Mark, I apologize in advance. But my question to you all, and this is coming from Mark. He wants to know, have you guys applied for loans, or and if so, have you received them, or what are you doing in regards to that part of with business slowing down? So we're gonna take it out to you, Drift. Have you applied for any loans or thought about that?
Yeah, I've definitely thought about it. I mean, you know, I think it's something everyone should really think about. But for me, I have not applied for anything yet. We're still holding down. You know, I got still cash flow going, baby. You know, no loans here yet.
That makes sense. And Jeff, have you even looked into the link or thought about like the small business loans or thought about doing that?
I have considered, but due to some uncontrollable circumstances, I don't qualify for the loan. So thank God I don't really need it. It'd have been great. I mean, if I would have got it, I always would have went right back and paid taxes with it. So whatever. But thank God I don't need it. But you know, it is what it is. You just keep pushing.
Yeah, you can keep pushing. And one good thing with auto glass, with windshield repair and windshield replacement, you know, it's low overhead, high return. So, you know, people can kind of get by, and like both you guys have said, you can get by with doing a couple of jobs, you know, and make it happen. So, yeah, thank God that no one has had to do it. But anyone in HGTT or all around, if you've applied for a loan, let us know how that process is working for you. And so we can share that information so it can be helpful to others. So let's keep it going, Jeff. The next question here. It's a two-part question, but Chase, and again, Chase, I don't know how to say your last name, man. Spittal, what it sounds like, but his question is, he wants to know about stuffers. And for me, it just made me think, with being windshield repair only, I really don't know about stuffing and all the ins and outs of it. So one, I want Jeff, if you can give me a definition of what you would consider what stuffing is. So break the stuffing down for dummies for me and explain stuffing. And I want to know the good, bad, and the ugly in regards to stuffing.
All right. So in general, stuffing means putting a windshield in without removing the cowl. Pure and simple. Now, I'm going to be full disclosure here. For years and years and years, I was a fucking hack. Stuffing shit all the time. And then I got a partner and I had a helper with me. And when you have two guys setting a window, there's a lot of cowls you can leave on. It's going to be 100% honest with you. There's a lot of stuff you can get around with two guys. But there's still a lot of cars that no matter what, 2, 3, 100 guys setting the window, you still need to take the cowl off. And we would definitely take the cowl off on those cars. But there's a lot of guys who just don't give a shit about anything. And just figured 5 minutes is too long to spend extra on a job taking the cowl off, so they slide the cowl, slide the window in there, and their motto is, as long as it don't leak, which doesn't mean makes sense, but whatever.
Right.
It's pure laziness, honestly.
Okay.
That's all it is. If a guy isn't trained right and doesn't know how to do it, that's one thing, but guys who've been doing it 5, 10, 15 years still doing that shit, you're a hack, period.
Okay.
My
That
opinion.
spread the light to me because I really didn't. I hear stuff and I see it. You know what I mean? I see the different
Well, most
things,
people
but
don't know anything. You go to a customer's house and they go, "Yeah, I got it ready for you," and the wipers are standing up. Like customers are already trained to think that's how you're supposed to do it because so many hacks do it. So,
right. So, Drift, you got anything to add to the stuffing piece?
Man, stuffing, slipping, sliding, it's all the same, you know. It's a pop that cowl up with your glue tip and
some
jam it
razor
down in
blades.
there, you know, razor blades.
Finding
However you
rusty
can.
finding rusty razor blades
Oh
that are 10
man,
years old.
yeah, oh yeah, rusty razor blades, all kinds of stuff you see under the cowls. You know, it really it's 2-3 minutes at the most. It's not hard. Pull it off. You can do a job the same time taking it off as you can with it on. Sometimes leaving it on bites you in the ass more than you think. But yeah, that's it. You know, it's just a couple guys or even one just popping the cowl up, sliding it in there. You know, and depends if that the glue line's above the cowl or below it, how much smush you're gonna get or how much slide you're gonna get on that. So
Right. So that leads into the next question here. And this question is actually, I was reading a post yesterday from John Heger at PGW. And he says, when checking for a mold, and do you consider cowl ends for the job? So I guess when people are buying moldings, they don't buy the cowl ends. So have y'all considered buying them, or do you buy them, or can y'all shed some more light on that?
Chris, you go first because you're mostly cash, so you have a different opinion than I do. So
all right. So for me, yes, I would love to offer the cowl ends. You know, only up until recent years have they started coming out with these pieces. You know, before that it was dealer only, and nobody's spending $20-$30 on a cowl end from the dealer. You know, I've done a lot of BMWs, and we used to with the BMWs, the side pieces, $20-$25 a piece, but your average customer don't want to pay for that. So, you know, now that they have some reasonable rates out there for them, heck yeah, I'd love to offer them. You know, like the Subarus, I think that's the new one coming out. Subarus and the Siennas, they just peel over and they break. And we had to go replace one yesterday actually because it was flapping because the car had been done 2 times. You know, so it doesn't hold as well as it did originally. So definitely, I'd love to add those on, and now that they're available, for sure.
All right, so Jeff, give me your take on this, man.
Now since I'm 90% insurance, I get everything I need every single time. And if I got to buy it and return it, so what? I replace cowls, I replace side moldings, I replace everything. The insurance company will pay for everything. If you just know how to talk right to the insurance company and you know how to properly do all the things that they give you the tools. Right. I mean, and as much as we hate Safelight, their portal for billing is so easy. Right. And if you have any programs, eDirect, Main Street, whatever, all the part numbers are there. Mm-hmm. And I don't understand. I can understand retail if you're dealing with clientele that don't have as much money and trying to get things on the cheap. And I'm not talking about people that are cheap or they don't want to spend money. There's some people just don't have money, you know, so you got to make things work. But insurance companies will pay for everything. I get cowls paid for. I get everything paid for. Just takes a couple of minutes. Right. And then two things, when you leave a car looking perfect, one, the customer's happy. And plus, if somebody else goes to replace it, say I replace a window here and the customer moves to Oakland and then Drift does it and they find out I did it before and I left the car like shit. You think Chris ain't gonna blast somebody? I mean, that's just how it is. So you want to make sure your work, you know, like Mike Rose always says, your work is your signature and sign it legibly. Period. So
yeah, that makes sense, man. If you know better, you do better. So your work is your business card and that's your signature. So you should want to know better. And for those who aren't using cowls, buying cowls, whatever, I just saw a post on in all the groups that actually showed that I think PGW got a special on them now, but I'm sure all your distributors have it. But check that link out. John Heger posted a link, but check that out about the cowls for anyone who's looking for more information. And the whole thing here is to give you more knowledge because knowledge is power. So check that out. So my next question here for you guys, this is for both of y'all, and we're going to start with you, Drift. Terry's Auto Glass wanted to know the hardest thing windshield repair-wise for startup. So if you were starting right now, what would you say are 2 important things that one needs to know?
Man, 2 things that I've learned is have a reserve and have a good accountant. Two things. Yeah, that's my two main things to tell anyone right there. It's good to know how to do glass and everything, but you can learn as you go on stuff.
Yeah.
But you fuck your money up and you're done.
Yeah. Yeah. So manage your money. And that's the whole thing with the group. You learn a lot of things on here, whether it's repair related, replacement related, or just sometimes just general good tips about life or customer service and all types of things. Yeah. So if you know better, you do better. That's the whole narrative. If you know better, you do better. But I always be willing to learn.
Yes.
So Jeff, what takes would you give us for starting up?
Well, I always tell everybody that we all know how to do glass, but most of us aren't businessmen. So you learn how to run a business, and there's a lot of things. A common mistake I see a lot of guys do, guys like in my situation that just work out of their house, out of their trucks, like Chris without a shop, is they don't have the right insurance for their work vehicle.
Yeah.
They're running around with their personal insurance on their truck, and yeah, you're kind of covered, but you're not really covered. And what a lot of guys don't realize is, say you're driving in a work truck and you hit somebody and it's something serious, and like, God forbid you kill somebody, your insurance company could just, if you don't have the right insurance, could tell you, screw you, it's on you. If you're running around with personal insurance, but you're working out of your work truck, so that's one thing a lot of guys don't realize, is that you got to have the proper insurance for yourself. And, there's too many guys that were just installers and they want to jump into doing this, but they don't know the backside of it. They don't know about insurance billing. They don't know about buying parts. They think they basically don't respect the people in the office, don't think their job means anything. And now they're trying to do it and don't know how to do it.
Right.
I mean, fortunately for me, I've worked every step of this industry, from warehouse guy to CSR, everything. So I learned along the way, but a lot of guys don't. So that's one thing, is learn the entire industry, learn everything about it, how to order parts, how to look up parts, how to bill an insurance company right, how to write a ticket up,
Gotcha.
So
that makes sense, man. Let's just go with the whole narrative. Knowledge is power. And if you know better, you'll do better, but have that willingness and want to actually learn. So appreciate both of y'all for that advice. And now it's time to switch gears a little bit, guys. So y'all ready for it?
Let's do it.
All right. So first question, Wacker, this is for you and only you.
Oh boy.
I see you rocking the porn stash, man, here. So are those making a comeback, or what's going on here?
I haven't shaved in about 5 years.
Okay.
And those who've known me a long time, I mean, I had the full Duck Dynasty, big giant beard, and kind of got bored with the quarantine. And then Michael over there in South Carolina, he shaved his beard off.
Right.
And then I was just like, whatever. And then, because we were trying to get shit about the COVID thing, but in all seriousness, it's hard to wear a face mask when you got a beard on. So, that's part of it. And it's just kind of bored. Just sitting, right. Sitting at home.
So a little safety, a little COVID boredom. I got you.
Yeah, so back the Magnum PI look.
The Magnum PI. So Drip, this is for you. Do you think mullets are going to make a comeback in 2020?
Man, I'm growing my mullet right now. Look, it's long on the top and it's short in the back. Oh, it's coming back. Wait till summer hits.
Summer, all right.
That mullet next to Joe's Camaro, like, it's America.
Oh, jeez. I remember when Chris had his mullet a couple years ago. I think it was Joe Dirt certified for sure. We need to get Shane Atwell with the mullet. I think him or Tate could wear the mullet really, really good.
Oh, Tate. Oh, could you imagine Tate with his short hair up top and the little,
Tate,
man.
There we go, Tate. We calling you out. We want you to grow a mullet. So hey, if you're hearing this and reading this, Tate, we want you to grow a mullet. So everybody tag Tate. Let's encourage him to grow the mullet.
Mullet man.
Mullet man. All right. So next question for both of y'all. Would it be in Tuesday? Is it Taco Tuesday, or what's a good meal you eating on a Tuesday after a long day of work? Okay. We go to you, Jeff, on that one first. What you doing? Taco Tuesday, or what's your meal for today?
I don't know. Me being married to a Mexican, we get tacos all the time. So I don't need a special day for tacos, but I don't know what we had Italian yesterday. I don't know what we're gonna have today. To be honest with you, man, probably have some leftovers.
All right. What about you, Drift? What you doing for a meal today, man?
Man, now that you remind me it's Taco Tuesday, we stopping for Taco Tuesday. I'm going to hit the local taco truck. You know, cash only.
Cash only taco truck.
They still flowing. You know, so yeah, we hitting the taco truck, and then for dinner we're gonna have some chicken.
You should follow. And I've just been seeing this lately. It's been on my timeline. So this guy, Randy Richards, he's been smoking food. He's been cooking. I've been seeing other people cooking. So Randy Richards, drop a recipe of what you're cooking. And I've seen a lot of other people cooking stuff, smoking, barbecuing. So if you got a good recipe, share the link for what you're cooking to everybody in the group so we can partake in some good food. And we all trying to, gain a little weight, man, since it's our quarantine. Share some food recipes.
If we're gonna do a food episode, we need to bring a guy I know locally, Tony Mercado, on the show. He actually has a taco stand. We can have him and Carlos, two guys that are local to me that both do a little side hustle. Tony used to do Sonoran hot dog cart.
Okay.
And then he's doing something else just one day a week. And then Carlos, his family's got their taco stand on the weekend. So that would be. We could have the and bring Randy on there too, because I know him too personally. So we could have the culinary episodes.
So we calling y'all out for everyone who got some culinary skills. Like, hey, we want to know what you're cooking, and if you want to share a recipe or you want to get on and tell us how to do this or how to cook it, hey, hit us up. We want to have you on, and I want to be mindful of you guys' time. I know it's a work day, and you got to get out there and get to work. So I appreciate y'all for taking time to get on the first episode, and we look forward to many of these to come, whether it's weekly, every so often or whatever. But I appreciate y'all for the knowledge and for answering the questions that others had. We're sharing the knowledge, and we all got the same hustle of trying to make money and trying to survive in the auto glass industry. And we all one fam at the end of the day. So to both you guys, I salute you and appreciate you, and keep grinding and keep hustling, man.
I got one thing to add real quick before we go. Thank you for everybody who ordered shirts and hats. I submitted the order last night. Being that it's new designs and everything's custom ordered, a couple weeks I'll get it out in the mail. But I appreciate it. I appreciate all the patience, and I appreciate everybody who ordered shirts. Thank you very much.
There you have it. Well, we appreciate y'all for the first episode of Auto Glass Tech Talk. Take care and keep hustling, guys.
See ya.